had an opportunity for what seemed like a moment, but the safe spawn comes in, and that's why this side can be difficult to get flies out from. You have a lot of angles to pick up that kill before they get out.
Very, very difficult. Again, still a couple of streaks in the hands of Slack from that earlier kill streak, but not invested yet. Interested to see, I think we've seen a couple of STGs come out. Captain might have been Slacked. Well, Slacked or John, one of the two was rocking one with him. But it seems to be put away, and we've seen a lot of PPSH action, and rightly so. That 5 minute has become 3, and Splice still no closer to getting anywhere near it.
Yeah, I think Cap's actually, I think he's the only player I've seen on Division B that's pulled out the STG here. I think we were actually in a listening when he did it. I remember he had I can't remember what he was running at the time. I think an FG, and he's like, that's it. I'm pulling out the STG. Thinking maybe a little bit more mobility for him, but he's been using that really since, I think, day 1 to kick off Division B.
Sometimes you get that comfort level within a gun. You have a good series with it. It's all about the confidence. Well, it seems whatever he's got in his hands is working. The 3 minutes become 2, and now LG, they're starting to get a couple of kills here and trying to put this series to bed. And this, again, it will put a statement out there to the rest of the team. Splice, you've got your full roster. It doesn't matter. LG are here to dominate, and they're looking for that first place finish here in Division B.
Well, this is a good matchup to kick off this second week, that's for sure. Outside the hard point, it has been all luminosity. John and Octane have been spectacular throughout. And that duo, man, like you talk about, sometimes like, I know you need a full 4-man effort, but if you have one just really solid AR and sub working together well, man, they can take over maps at times, it feels like.
Oh, 100%. And this man Octane's just been a little bit quiet this second side, and more so because we've not seen the aggressive side of LG, but just been making sure no one gets through, and John still bobbing, weaving, finding kill after kill. Another 3 kill streak for him, 25 and 14, and he's definitely in question for being one of the best players in the world right now, without a shadow of a doubt.
Well, think about what he's doing compared to the competition right now. You'd stack him up against what? Jerd or Vance, I guess you could say. 12 kills for Vance, 14 for Jerd. John's basically got as many as both of them combined right now. I mean, he's just been just free roaming around the map, winning what seems like gunfight after gunfight. It's amazing.
Yeah, this is kind of a team fight which is just continuous. It's just 1 kill one way, 2 kills the other. And Luminosity, they're sat there probably, not that it's target practice, but they're happy to just keep trading things out. Nothing's coming of this. Splice finally do get a 3 down, but nowhere near the enemy flag. And they're not going to be able to capitalise on this. With 25 seconds left to go, we're going to see a desperate pull maybe from Vance. I thought we would, but there you go. The streaks are going to be coming in. And LG, they just come into Division B week 2 as they did week 1. And pretty much show Splice who they really are.
Yeah, I think for LG, I mean, you handled the lead how you should there. Maybe it wasn't the flashiest thing. They didn't put any more scores in. They didn't take over as much as they could in the second half. They held their lanes. They played smart. They played patient. Avoided 3 or 4 down scenarios, which they only really had one at the end that I could think of really throughout that entire second half. It was disciplined CTF, and they take on the victory, and a big 3-0 there. So both of our first series, we talked week 1 about Division B, how we didn't expect any 3-0s. We only had, 1 to kick off the first day. It was all pretty much extended series. I didn't think we'd have back-to-back 3-0s very frequently at all in this particular division, but there you go. Envy first, LG second, Epsilon, and Splice. Not a good start for UConn.
No,
at least today.
That is not a good start. I was tweeting out my predictions, and I chose all North Americans to do where's the European level? I was like, I just don't feel confident.
I think respond with the 2 score lines for
that I definitely didn't expect to be 3-0. I thought Splice maybe come in hot with a hard-point victory, but LG, I'm not going to say made it look easy. I think that the second and third map they almost did, but the first map it was close, kind of could have gone either way. Splice had their moments, but LG, they just don't seem fazed by any competition in the world right now. They just take anyone with open arms and swiftly sweep them away.
Well, the sweep, 3-0 for LG. Ben, guys, what do you think of that performance?
Thanks very much, Maven. You said it yourself there, the sweep came through, the swoop, if you want to say that. And you heard Phil say, it wasn't really that easy, or they didn't make it look like, I mean, it was. They made that look simple, Chance.
It was, yeah. I mean, the hard point, I think, could have gone either way. Like, Splice played it incredibly well, and I think letting that slip through the picking bands is not a problem, because they've been good on that map, even with Felony. They showed a lot of potential. Getting turned back, like, they can do it. If they ran it back, I think you'd have a close map again. That S&D, though, that was awful. That was very difficult to watch. But luckily, we have a couple minutes more to talk about that, so we're good.
Yeah, we can start with map 1. Of course, Hardpoint on Arden Forest. Joe, LG, they started off strong. Octane, you pretty much get that Octane performance, right? Pretty much sitting at double positive the whole time. The big thing to note, though, is just the sheer amount of hill time he's able to get as well.
Yeah, I think the big thing is you can see the emphasis of each team on what hill they really want to control. For Luminosity, it was Cave. They would even go for that scrap time. For Splice, they really focused on that Ruins. You heard the guys. That's where they really got a lot of their time. And then it just came down to that bunker hill. LG, the first time around, well, they were able to get it. That's why they had surmounted this lead. But then Splice, they were able to bring this back, because when you can combine Ruins and that bunker hill, you're able to get a huge chunk of time. But then Luminosity, they really turned it around. And as you said, Octane had himself quite a game one.
Yeah, and like Splice found themselves down early, but they were down by about 60 points, and they get set up on Bunker Hill the second time around, and they get a full 60. So the emphasis on Bunker would have been huge, but then the third time around, it was contention back and forth, and I think, well, it was at the start of that hill, but Splice, they get wiped out, a clean 4 down, and I don't know if they just got a little bit too over-aggressive on the hill trying to force LG out. If they just needed contest for a little bit longer, there would have been potential for that game to go at least past the next hill. Of course, the problem was for them as well. Even on road, LG just did a fantastic job. I think it was John that kept flanking all the way through Ruins, and he did it on 2 separate occasions. Kind of ran the other team over, but it's worth pointing out, again, Octane puts up just ridiculous numbers, including the time in the hill. And I think it's really just him and Methods that like can kind of pull out that play style with the team, but like, it's incredibly difficult to emulate, right? Like, you don't want to learn from LG necessarily, because, like, are you really going to be able to do it like Octane does, sort of thing? So I still think TK is the gold standard on how to play, but what LG does is phenomenal.
Yeah, and again, you saw on that scoreboard, I mean, you can tell LG wanted to control Cave, Splice, they wanted to control Ruins, but right away, going into this search and destroy, John opening up the game with a very fast start, but Luminosity, they just look so comfortable on this map, on both their offenses and their defenses. That Octane Slack duo at the big bomb site is so difficult to break. They do a great job working. Very fast start, but Luminosity, they just look so comfortable on this map, on both their offenses and their defenses. That Octane Slack duo at the big bomb site is so difficult to break. They do a great job working. Very fast start, but Luminosity, they just look so comfortable on this map, on both their offenses and their defenses. That Octane Slack duo at the big bomb site is so difficult to break. They do a great job working. Very fast start, but Luminosity, they just look so comfortable on this map, on both their offenses and their defenses. That Octane Slack duo at the big bomb site is so difficult to break. They do a great job working. Very fast start, but Luminosity, they just look so comfortable on this map, on both their offenses and their defenses. That Octane Slack duo at the big bomb site is so difficult to break. They do a great job working. Every single time. Hardpoint. They're flying Arden 4 CTF, which we're going to go to. Like, nobody's trying to make Luminosity feel uncomfortable whatsoever.
I will say, though, like, I think Splice letting that through, I would have been on the same page, or at least at the start. Tommy has looked fantastic with the sniper on that map. Like, they showed a lot of potential, and they get turned back, but I think it was like the first rounds, we saw Tommy getting pelted with stuns, and they made him irrelevant. So, yeah, I think from now on, with the exception of maybe TK, we should literally never see LG play Force S&D again.
I would love to see a TK LG. That would be, that would be a clash of the titans right there on that map specifically. But we digress. Obviously, map 3, Arden Forest, CTF. LG with the 2-0 lead in that first half. They look good. They get some streaks there as well. And, I mean, it was comfortable, Joe. It was comfortable.
Yeah, I mean, that's just it. Right from the start, they get that 2-0 lead. They don't lose it, right? They do such a good job attacking that bridge side. They know when they force those players to spawn out cabin. John, no, 28 kills, 1.75, and has a cap. He really had a great game.
Yeah, great game indeed. And for Splice, that has to be a pretty disappointing result there, Chance. I mean, they would have expected, George coming back, maybe have a little bit of life. Yes, you're playing the #1 team in the division, but to get 3-0 in that fashion, I don't think was part of the plan.
I mean, like, yeah, getting 3-0 sucks, and like, it's not going to feel good. But still, like, losing LG, like, I wouldn't mind at this point. They've looked completely dominant. And Spice, their goal at this point in time, I think, is just to make playoffs. They had a very rough week one, of course, because they had to play with Felony instead of Jerd. So they just need to get as many wins as they can. Taking the L to Spice, or to LG, excuse me, isn't a huge deal. And at the very least, they can learn from it, right? They say, okay, now we know what to pick and ban. Now we at least get a bit of information out of it. So long term for Spice, I don't think this series is going to be a big deal. Of course, short term, it doesn't feel good, but what are you going to do?
And I know it's tough to say because they've played with Jerd for so long, but even a week without him or 10 days without him, it does feel different. It doesn't matter who you talk to. He's not going to fit right back in perfectly. If they had another team to play besides Luminosity, the game probably would have been closer. Say they played Luminosity tomorrow or on day 3 of this week, it might have been a little bit different, but I feel that piece was still missing. Right. They're still a little bit uncomfortable. I feel like they're going to get better each day they're here.
Well, congratulations to LG, the 3-0 victory for them over Splice. For now, I want to take a brief moment to talk a little bit about the National Circuit playoffs. Of course, it is coming up. It's going to be this Friday, actually. We'll start with the USA one. You can watch it at twitch.tv/Dirk. He's going to be casting all the games. He's done a fantastic job thus far of covering all of the North American circuit. But at 7 p.m., you can see Gone Gaming versus E6. 8:30, Next Threat versus GGA Orange. 10 p.m., of course, is going to be the finals. You can obviously stay tuned for announcements on other broadcasts. We can talk a little bit about the UK one as well. I know Stealth, he's going to be covering that. You can watch it at twitch.tv/Chris Stealth. Starts at 7 p.m. GMT. Bear in mind, different time zone, of course, because we're going to a completely different national circuit. Finals around about 10 p.m. GMT for the United Kingdom one. And this is the one that gets me the most excited. It's the Italian one, casted by the wonderful Rampage in the Box, a.k.a. the Italian Maven. We love
our favorite Italian Swanee, right? On Team Forge. I mean, he is... That team is so fun to watch on Friday. We love our Italian Swan.
Oh, dearie me. Gotta love the Italians guys over there. But we can move on, take a look at the next National Circuit playoff. It's going to be Germany. 7 p.m. Central European time is when that one starts. That's going to be casted by Amar Cod at twitch.tv/AmarCodTV. France also has their playoff this Friday. You can watch that at twitch.tv/JulianBRK. 10 p.m. Central European finals there. So we have tons and tons of games, including as well the Canadian playoff finals. Fox the Wizard, aka the wonderful Fox, he's going to be casting that one.
So basically, you need 6 monitors to watch all of these games.
Well, no, because time zones. You probably need about 4.
All right, it's true.
There you go.
Hey, people wanted to watch more Call of Duty. We got it for you. Friday, we got more matches.
We have it covered. Obviously, so much Call of Duty action right there. To Joe's point, playoffs are going to be a great time for not only the national circuit, but also for us as well. We're excited for that. Top 4 teams from each of our divisions here will make it through in a few weeks' time. But we'll take a look now at where we currently lie in the day. Of course, we kicked things off with 2 3-0s. It was Envy who got the 3-0 over Epson, and LG the 3-0 over Splice. So North America definitely ruling the roost today. But up next, it's Team Envy versus eUnited. A lot of people have said for United now this is a big, big test for them. I don't want to say must win just yet, but the win is definitely going to help things.
I think this is our sort of match of the day. I feel like eUnited, they're going to bring a certain energy, and Envy, they're really going to be tested. Yes, they did beat FaZe on day 1, but since then they've had a bit of a weaker schedule. This will be that first glimpse. And to be honest, Envy early on, they did show some signs of weakness. So we'll see if they bring a little bit more energy to this match against eUnited.
Yeah, I mean, the only remaining questions I have about this division, because I think we have a pretty good grasp on everything so far, is how good is Envy really? And then can eUnited bounce back from some lackluster performances? And, well, we get our answer here.
Yeah, Slasher started a little slow in the first game of the day, but stepped things up massively in Map 2 and Map 3. I guess the question, Joe, is how do you shut Slasher down? Who on eUnited needs to step up?
All of them. I talk about it when you talk about their stats. None of them in Hardpoint or Search have over a 1.0 KD, so nobody's playing well. Their star power isn't there. A lot of people are looking at Clay, but you also have to talk about guys like the Twins, RCs, and Pristini. When they play well, this team is so hard to stop, but they just haven't been consistent enough. So far they're 2-3 in Hardpoint, 1-4 in S&D. Their one sort of highlight is that they're 2-1 in capture the flag this stage. So games 1, 2, 4, and 4 and 5 just haven't been good enough. On the other side, Envy, they've been flawless so far in Hardpoint.
Yeah, absolutely flawless. They're sat pretty as well in terms of the standings here of the division. Chance, me and Joe were actually talking about this yesterday. We know you love to sometimes go in the back and listening to the player communication third or in the middle of series. eUnited last week, what was our communication like?
The best way to phrase it is the players just weren't on the same page,
Okay.
at least for hardpoint standing. And I will say I think eUnited could do a vastly better job, although this goes for pretty much every team, in pre-planning for search and destroy. Because there were so many rounds where they were playing on Forest where they were deciding what to do 5-10 seconds into the round like at hand. And don't get me wrong, in-game adjustments are incredibly important, but like you can't be like switching things up literally in the middle of the round. And there's so many strats where they're calling out certain things. We got to smoke out B. We got to smoke out the mid cross on Forest. And then they do that, but they don't attack the right bomb site where they were planning on it. They have guys out of position. So I think the communication is okay, but definitely needs to be improved because it's just, again, they're just really not on the same page.
So from a player standpoint, Joe, how do you fix things like communication? Because I imagine it isn't something you can just do overnight.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough. Everybody just it's an energy thing, and it's tough to say for United because they know they're not playing good Call of Duty right now. Like you've seen players' tweets, they're not the most confident as we've seen them in the past. Like these guys were in grand finals last year, and they expect that standard every single event. And it just seems right now, as soon as they lose maybe a map 1, they're just getting frustrated, and that carries over into map 2. They keep making the same small mistakes. So if they get out early ahead in the series, I feel like that's when they'll thrive. So I have a feeling that they're going to bring a lot of energy into game 1. I think you'll hear Clay yelling just a little bit.
I'm surprised. It's funny because you mentioned energy. Historically, Clay has been one of the most energetic players in the circuit, right? This is a guy who's not afraid of getting up, getting loud, and getting the crowd on his side. Obviously, big open events, that is. But excited for this one.
I'll just say crowd. I mean, we can cheer him on if you want it. We can sit right here.
Do you remember the big like Clay like blow up heads?
Yeah.
Back in the day, they were
get that. Just go up and down.
Call me biased, Joe. You call me biased. But gotta help out the boys from Team Envy as well. But in terms of the veto process, Chance, I'm curious to get your opinion on this. What are you expecting here? Are you expecting anything to go specifically, or anything to maybe stay?
It's tough to say because like Envy's been undefeated on Hardpoint, right? And they've been playing like the exact same 2 maps every single time. So maybe United wants to take out a St. Marie because Envy's been playing that nonstop. So the option's there, but I think it was I might be off base here, but I'm pretty sure it was LG that was undefeated in Hardpoint as well. But I think eUnited, they at least took one off them, unless that just wasn't the case. But I think that's true. So eUnited, great hardpoint team at their best. Yes, they've been inconsistent, but absolutely they can be the team that at least splits the maps with Envy, if not beat them on both. And that's the big question for me is what happens to Envy if they don't win the hardpoint?
Yeah, I mean, you are correct. They did win London Dash Hardpoint against Luminosity, so that was a big win. So I expect London Dash to go through because, well, Envy, they love to play it. It's that second hardpoint. Envy, they're also undefeated on St. Marie. Are they going to take that away, force Envy to either play in Arden Forest, where we saw eUnited be not so great, or are they going to try and play Gibraltar? I would love to see Gibraltar come in. I just feel like that's a map that makes sense for this eUnited roster when you talk about the AR presence, so we'll see right now.
Well, the hardpoint veto process coming through. Team Envy gets rid of St. Marie. United respond with the ban on Gibraltar.
And I actually like that from Envy. What Envy's saying is, we want to play you on Forest. We watch you get dominated twice by teams we have played very well against. So really what Envy's saying is, we don't play a lot of Arden Forest hardpoint, but we would love to play you on it because, to be honest, we've watched your recent games, and your performance has not been up to our standards.
Hasn't been up to many people's standards, that's for sure. Been pretty much like a whitewash. Of course, our hardpoint video's done and dusted. We'll head over to Search and Destroy now, and we'll see which maps go. United get rid of St. Marie du Mans, and Envy are going to respond with the ban on USS Texas. So Ardennes and London Docks go through, Chance.
Yeah, and this is something that Envy has been playing incredibly consistently, though we will see Docks first, and I like this. So far, the draft, I'm happy with both teams, I guess you can make the point for, but I do have a lot more faith in eUnited. Now, again, just the recency bias, Envy has absolutely looked like the better team, at least this past week. However, eUnited, I think on that London Docks can do absolutely damage on both hardpoint and S&D.
If Clay can figure out his...
I mean, these things are tricky.
He figured it out.
Oh my god, I clicked the button. Well, Clay, he'll get his headset fixed, don't worry about that. CTF vetoes though, Envy get rid of Flag Tower. And we're going to see eUnited get rid of London Ducks, so we're going to have Ardennes Forest as the game 3. Now, obviously, this is one in the series throughout the day where we all kind of looked at it and said, how is this one going to go? Could go either way, a couple of different opinions. Now you guys both know the map set. Are you sticking with your original opinions? Start with you, Joe.
Yeah, I'm sticking with Envy. I think Envy, although we haven't seen them play Ardennes Forest Hardpoint, I like the first couple of matches for them. I think they're a great London Ducks Hardpoint team. But, as we said, eUnited has beaten Luminosity before, but this is definitely a comfort game number 1 for Envy. And if they can sort of get out to an early lead and just make eUnited frustrated, I have a feeling they're going to close out the series.
Yeah, I think London Ducks might actually decide the entire series because eUnited, I have zero faith in them on Forest Hardpoint. But the London Ducks Search and Destroy could very well go eUnited's way. And if they get that first Hardpoint on board, then one of the last 3 maps they will definitely be able to win. But it's definitely not an easy task. But yeah, I'll stick with the eUnited boys.
Well, day 1 of week 2 of Division B games has been pretty fast, to be completely frank. We've had 2 3-0s. Of course, we started with an Envy 3-0 over Epsilon, and we just watched an Luminosity Gaming 3-0 over Splice. Up next on the main stage, though, it's going to be eUnited versus Team Envious, and what very well could be a must-win for eUnited.
Had an opportunity for what seemed like a moment, but the safe spawn comes in. That's why this side can be difficult to get flies out from. You have a lot of angles to pick up that kill before they get out.
Very, very difficult again. Still a couple of streaks in the hands of Slacked from that earlier kill streak, but not invested yet. Interested to see, I think we've seen a couple of STGs come out. Captain might have been Slacked. Well, Slacked or John, one of the two was rocking one with him. But it seems to be put away, and we're seeing a lot of PPSH action, and rightly so. That 5-minute has become 3, and Splice still no closer to getting anywhere near it.
Yeah, I think Cap's actually, I think he's the only player I've seen on Division B that's pulled out the STG here. I think we were actually in a listening when he did it. I remember he had I can't remember what he was running at the time. I think an FG, and he's like, that's it. I'm pulling out the STG. Thinking maybe a little bit more mobility for him, but he's been using that really since, I think, day 1 to kick off Division B.
Sometimes you get that comfort level within a gun, you have a good series with it, it's all about the confidence. Well, it seems whatever he's got in his hands is working. The 3 minutes become 2, and now LG, they're starting to get a couple of kills here and trying to put this series to bed. And this, again, it will put a statement out there to the rest of the team. Splice, you've got your full roster. It doesn't matter. LG are here to dominate, and they're looking for that first place finish here in Division B.
Well, this is a good matchup to kick off this second week, that's for sure. Outside the hardpoint, it has been all Luminosity. John and Octane have been spectacular throughout. And that duo, man, like you talk about, sometimes like, I know you need a full 4-man effort, but if you have one just really solid AR and sub working together well, man, they can take over maps at times, it feels like.
Oh, 100%. And this man Octane's just been a little bit quiet this second side, and more so because we've not seen the aggressive side of LG, but just been making sure no one gets through, and Chop still bobbing, weaving, finding kill after kill. Another 3 kill streak for him, 25 and 14, and he's definitely in question for being one of the best players in the world right now, without a shadow of a doubt.
Well, think about what he's doing compared to the competition right now. You'd stack him up against what? Jerd or Vance, I guess you could say. 12 kills for Vance, 14 for Jerd. John's basically got as many as both of them combined right now. I mean, he's just been just free roaming around the map, winning what seems like gunfight after gunfight. It's amazing.
Yeah, this is kind of a team fight which is just continuous. It's just 1 kill one way, 2 kills the other. And Luminosity, they're sat there probably, not that it's target practice, but they're happy to just keep trading things out. Nothing's coming of this. Splice finally do get a 3 down, but nowhere near the enemy flag. And they're not going to be able to capitalise on this. With 25 seconds left to go, we're going to see a desperate pull maybe from Vance. I thought we would, but there you go. The streaks are going to be coming in. And LG, they just come into Division B week 2 as they did week 1. And pretty much show Splice who they really are.
Yeah, I think for LG, you handled the lead how you should there. Maybe it wasn't the flashiest thing. They didn't put any more scores in. They didn't take over as much as they could in the second half. They held their lanes. They played smart. They played patient. avoided 3 or 4 down scenarios, which they only really had one at the end that I could think of really throughout that entire second half. It was disciplined CTF, and they take on the victory, and a big 3-0 there. So both of our first series, we talked week 1 about Division B, how we didn't expect any 3-0s. We only had, one to kick off the first day. It was all pretty much extended series. I didn't think we'd have back-to-back 3-0s very frequently at all in this particular division, but there you go. Envy first, LG second, Epsilon, and Splice. Not a good start for UConn.
No,
at least today.
That is not a good start. I was tweeting out my predictions and chose all North Americans to do where's the European level? I was like, well, I just don't feel confident.
I think respond with the 2 score lines for a couple series.
That I definitely didn't expect to be 3-0. I thought Splice maybe come in hot with a hard-point victory, but LG, I'm not going to say made it look easy. I think that the second and third map they almost did, but the first map it was close, kind of could have gone either way. Splice had their moments, but LG they just don't seem phased.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back for Team Envious going up against eUnited. And I'm very happy to say I'm joined by Budget Benson for this series. I'm here with Momo.
Wow, thank you. I appreciate it. I mean, a budget version of Ben, I'll take it. He's a very talented man.
No, David and I talked before the show. We were like, how can we annoy Momo today before we go live? One of us was going to call you Budget Benson, so...
He's already called it me twice today.
Oh, he had?
Yeah, perfectly fine with it.
Oh, good. Sorry, I was busy during the last
The only thing that matters is we've just got rid of Rich.
Yes,
and as long as Ben's back, it's okay.
It's no matter what, as long as he's not around, we're good.
However, he's left a jacket. I'm thinking of bringing it out for the Hadman
No,
steps.
please, we're pushing it far enough with that one you've got on today. Either way, though, Momo, our third match of the day so far, 2 3-0s.
Yeah.
Maybe another one up ahead here. I doubt it. I feel like this one's a little bit more even.
I mean, you've got to think about the 2 teams in hand. For me, you look at this, and this is a game 4 minimum. We could see a game 5 for sure. The problem is, Envy, they're really on form.
Yeah.
United, they're really not on form. Which one we see today, they've had a few days to kind of go over things. Speaking to Burns, he was saying we've talked a lot, we've watched a lot of film, we've realised our mistakes. Listening to Clay, even on Hot Mic, yes, they acknowledged that things aren't going great, but he said, we're figuring it out. We're going through, we're going to come back better, stronger, as a lot of people will say. But the proof is in the pudding, and that is London Docks Hardpoint.
Well, I'm ready for that pudding here on London Docks. Let's get it started. eUnited up against Team Envious. The battle between 2 North American powerhouses on the main stage. We're following Pristini off the break with the submachine gun.
We actually saw Slasher have a bit of a slow start on London Docks previously, and Envy against Epsilon. They looked a little bit slow here, so maybe that's the reason why United picking this first map here, but Tempered Slasher kicking things off, and we're going to see the statue just go in favour for Envy for a few seconds. We'll see if they can keep that up there. I'm just watching that, the lower side of the minimap, you're going to see those rotations towards the road, and it looks like United, they are very, very adamant to keep that.
Yeah, they are most certainly, especially with the Cloister positioning he just had. He actually did just die, thankfully will spawn at that new hill, but he's going to have his hands full all series with Slasher, who, for I think everyone right now, Envy fan or not, Slasher right there is arguably the best assault rifle player in Call of Duty World War II. Envy, off the break, do have an early lead. It's going to be up to them, though, to break these spawns. Let's go to an Astro Gaming. Listen in with the boys in blue.
He fucking just backed up. Clay's on like a 2 streak. He's going crazy.
Yeah,
He's going
bricks on me. Bricks on me.
Okay.
Bricks on me, Dad. One more. Pipe score. Oh, give me a second. Pipe score.
From a gate.
I'll see. He's get pipes. Fight, dude.
No, he's from pipes.
Okay.
He's still from pipes.
Still from pipes.
You gotta kill that guy from
Wait,
pipes.
he's in pipes. Alright, Nate the hill. That's that hill.
Place one shot. Place one shot.
That's that hill. Silly.
Silly
Dead on hill.
Do that.
Pipes.
Pipe set.
Let's go.
One on hill.
That's one ducks.
Going around the back.
That's one hill. Just one in the back. It's one in the back. It's one on hill. It's one on hill, right?
Help me in the back.
On the hill weak, Clay. He's like one off. He's like 2 off.
He's laying down.
Close strike, blue card on the hill weak.
I got Persini.
Clay was on the hill weak.
Blue
card.
Back plus.
Underground spawns. Underground. Yo, 3 bricks.
You still said.
3 bricks. They're already out, Austin. They're already passed.
What's
gonna be
there? He's on hill.
Top mid cut. I get bricks. Net the hill.
He jumped at me.
Nice. I'm crossing.
Get the Tom and stay down.
The new guys?
Yeah.
Just rotate. They're gonna absolute new. Prestige absolute new.
Water steps. Deep water steps. I'm trying to stay alive.
Water steps dead.
That's shit. Prestige is in new.
Big kills.
Slow ducks, Persini.
One shot beer. One shot of beer, guys. Don't beer steps. Alright, don't push.
Persini was up.
I got one.
He's window.
I'm going top mid.
Stay alive, Nick, if you can.
I'm trying to use window on me.
Yo, their side pin. Their side 10 Clay.
Window.
No, he's their side 10. Their side
Yeah.
still back up. Their window. Yo, Mickey. He's top mid.
He's
Persini.
in their window. He's on the hill weak. He flanked me. Went their window. That guy. Nice. Top mid window.
I got needed.
Alright, sell it. Could be ladder hill. One's
One's
in hill.
inside train. One's inside train.
Their door.
Hold on, I'm about to nade it.
You push, Nick. You just push.
Low.
Yeah, John low.
We done dead.
Just as we expected, Momo, a very even match so far with teams within striking distance on either side. You see the pitch developing right now for eUnited. Some shaky shots right there for Brasidi gets him killed, and Hook cuts him down. It looks like Envy will have the control for the moment.
Yeah, Prestini being very, very high impact player here at the start of the series already. Getting that aggressive play style in. He's not looking at the hill. He's getting in the face of Envious. And it is working. We're going to rotate down to the barrels now. And Slasher again, just trying to dictate the spawns hit. Oh my goodness, Prestini for a second there. That long range PPSH a little bit more difficult. And we are going to see eUnited keep those spawns now for the barrels. 31-71. Envy with that lead. And now we're going to see some score streaks, Jack.
Yeah, glide bomb right away to cut Silly down. Thankfully for eUnited, they will still spawn close, so it's going to take a second wave of kills now if you're Envy for the break. And Temp, he's stuck up behind 2. Able to earn some streaks, but it's Clayster holding the front door. eUnited back within 30.
Yeah, Prestini actually can cut a couple of people off, and Slash is going to be one of those few. More score streaks used, more score streaks invested, and it's an interesting investment here because those score streaks, they're going to only allow eUnited to spawn right at the back.
Yeah.
And I'd be expected to see eUnited take the lead here, go into the crane.
Look at how sticky that back spawn is. They haven't been able to kind of force him out of there yet. Hook, an unfortunate team kill on the Classic. That'll give the number advantage to eUnited, but as I say that, the 2-piece to follow up. Hook, 13 and 8, playing at a very fast pace, but it's still nothing to match the 29 engagements of Prestini on the other side for eUnited. The lead down to just 6, as Envy will have to fight still for control of this hill, as it's Silly already in control.
Oh, and Silly just getting one big kill there. Just makes Classic a little bit slower off the respawn, but he will spawn at that back side near the bus. And we're actually seeing one player push out. Hugh's getting very aggressive in the middle. In fact, to correct myself, it's actually 10, 15 and 8, 3 kill streak, looking for more, and he should find Arsties. That's going to be number 4, and now just rotating around, we'll see the bottom of Prestini. And now, Temp, he's looking for those streaks. 50 away from the glide, and he's actually going to invest straight away.
Oh, this is going to be so deadly. Force all the players into the lower docks. Either way, it'll slow any pressure towards the hill. It gets a hell of a lot easier when you're slaying like this from Envy.
Oh, my.
Look at Temp. A 7 streak, 20 and 9 now as he finally does get cut down. But the damage has been done. The lead now the largest of the game for Team Envious.
Oh, and Temp absolutely just ran away with that there. Just invest in the streaks to get more streaks. Now has those for the next rotation as well. We're going to be going right back to the middle, and Temp, for me, stepping up. And even just the confidence and audacity to challenge some of those gunfights with that PPSH just shows what kind of level he's on right now.
I mean, look at the difference in the numbers being put up right now. You finally had Arsenes get his 10th kill. Silly just hit number 10, and Clay still has 9, while Prestini's at 22. He's saying, boys, I'm doing everything I can right now, playing at this pace. Envious just out shooting right now. Still only a 30-second difference, but again, the kill feed all blue as Envy looks to expand on this 35-second lead.
Yeah, and ironically, you look at how well Envy are doing. You know, they're only in the lead by 40. Yes, they do have streaks, and yes, they could very much run away with this game. It's just so interesting to me. We went into Division B, and we were waiting for this Envious lineup to kind of kick off, and we saw VT after VT, and, you know, this may be their last chance, and they have really turned their season around so far. It's great to see, and interesting to see if Envy can really go to that top level of the world. You know, can they go toe to toe with the likes of LG and Optic and TK?
This is kind of, I feel like, the numbers and breakdown of what people thought Envy would have when this team was first formed, right? Like Temp and Hook going off, especially in Slang. You know, Classic and Slasher being well-rounded teammates, but it's that duo, that young talent of Hook and Temp that would really be the kind of takeover pair. You're seeing the potential they have when it comes into play right here as they're up by 1 minute in this hard point. But again, eUnited not out of reach yet. We're watching Silly now as he wins the gunfight versus Classic for these back spawns. But Envy still able to flood in from the front, at least contesting this hill for a bit.
We're going to see Silly and Pristini just holding this back, breaking that triple digit, and we're going to see more streaks invested. And that's going to force Silly out of the hard point for a second there. And interestingly enough, the 20 seconds left here, only going to be challenged by one, and that was Classic. Someone who we don't really touch on too much as Envy. That kind of consistent player, Slasher, high slaying games, Temp and Hugh, very explosive players. Classic just consistently doing what he needs to do.
And how crazy is that? Even with how much it looked like eUnited were in control of that hard point, because of the already established lead and the streaks that have been earned by Envy, they still have a 63-second lead going into lower docks. Thankfully, eUnited will win the rotation here. This is now their chance back into this game, Momo. If they're going to wind up breaking through this lead, it's got to be on this hard point right now, and it starts with kills like that from Clayster.
Yeah, well positioned, actually, for eUnited. They're really well set up. Temp and Hugh breaking through. Can he find a second? No, Clayster shuts him down and will jump on in that hard point. Working towards streaks, and that's beautiful from Arstees there. Just the movement and the positioning from him. Look at that, just the way he rotates around the actual hard point, not necessarily collecting the points, but he's collecting those streaks, and they are going to come in vitally. A little bit later on, 5. Can he make it 6? Would have done, but he didn't have enough ammo there.
Yeah, just ran out. Still a 40-second difference, and Momo, second hill in a row where it looks like eUnited outplay Envy for the majority of it, but it's the last 15 seconds of scrap time. Again, that go to Envy. That's now 2 30-second swings in a row that has kept them at right around a 50-plus second lead.
Now, you're looking at the score streaks flying on. You got to dip into the stairs and be safe when you get out of that one. 2 kills again. It is Hugh, 29 and 17, 5-kill streak. If we maybe see a little bit of Hugh, because Slasher and Classic are going down. Hugh, again, still just maintaining, holding, roaming. He's going to find number 6, just back and forward. He just seems so fluid when he's playing.
And he's already earned another set of streaks. You see the fighter pilot and glide bomb there. Envy up by 70 seconds. Still no comeback has come into play. And look at how far eUnited now are spawning out. They're nowhere near being close to getting this hill. Thankfully, if you're an eUnited fan, you stop Hook from earning that final streak. But either way, the damage, it seems like it's been done. They're outslaying by 20 kills in this game. Everybody positive on Team Envious.
That is the difference maker right now. Just the sheer slaying power on Team Envious. And they are really showing what they can do. The problem is as well, eUnited not only have to fight back into this, but they're going to have to fight against streaks. Yes, Arstees does have a couple. And I'm sure we'll be investing them in this next hard point. But Envious, judging by that mini-map, looking for that all-important pinch. Pristini and Silly do fend off 2. That streak isn't going to find anyone but Clay.
Silly knows he's got his hands full back here, but it's Slasher already with the AR. Streak now back from Arstees. He'll at least stop the 2 on the low side, but it's the 2 fighting for the spawns at the top side that are causing more trouble. You see Temp involved. Pristini just trying to stay alive. Slasher now traded on out. This will be a solid hold down for eUnited again, trying to chip away at this Envy lead.
Yeah, this is a really good hold. I can actually hear Clay getting pretty hyped on that stage as well. They should hold the full 60. There's only one player, I think it's 10.
But look, as they're finally getting a hold, they all just had each player on a 2 streak. They finally get the kills they need. It's been so tough for them because they've been not only giving up kills to eUnited, Momo, but a lot of streaks where they fight for these spawns. Now they're using some streaks of their own. This is their chance. eUnited from down by 70+, now down to just 40, and they're in control of the new hill.
Okay, 20 to 30 points here behind now. Pristini is about to hit 70 interactions, and there still is a way to go on this game. FG in the hands of Clayster, sticking by that statue, trying to take the cover, and now you're starting to hear eUnited getting loud on the stage. It was almost over as you saw Envy running away with this, with all the streaks in their hands, but eUnited, they're holding not only the crane, they're holding the statue. And this man, Hugh trying to make a difference, will find 3, but it's going to be shut down by Pristini. Silly, shut down again, and now this is getting to the very nitty-gritty parts here, Courage.
Pristini, 70 44 engagements in this map. Ook about to hit 40 kills with over a minute in the hard point. 215 to 200. eUnited with bodies by this new hill, but it's Ook with the entry, his 40th kill of this game. There's 41. But Silly with streaks right back. He's going to kill 3 and himself. But that gives Arsenex a chance to try to fight for these spawns. He does get shot in the side.
Yeah, that's the problem. Not necessarily killing yourself in that position, but just the pure spawns that Envy had already. And this is Main Street. This is where we can see the end, the fall of eUnited, if you like, on this map. Slasher trying to cut things off, and he's just been a nuisance. He's been a thorn in the side of eUnited. He's finding one.
Look at what he's forcing players to do. Sprint all the way to Underground to finally kill him. 227 and 206. eUnited will have 1 or 2 final chances to go. And with those kills from Classic, you have to think it's looking very tough for this team to break on in.
And not only Slasher kind of forcing them to challenge him, but as soon as they kill him, he spawns right back by the red bus. You know, he's right back in it. It's almost like a pointless kill. But Slasher, great stuff as he reaches 33 kills. It's nearly 30 across the board.
Recognize there's no one here for the scrap time from Envy, but it's... They're 3 stacking the hill, 244 to 211. Clayster trying to swarm forward, not going to happen. 2 more from Slasher. He wipes the whole team of eUnited on the rotation, and Envy win the map.
That's going to be one of the most kills we've seen just overall by all 8 players in one map. That's kind of incredible.
I would actually love, if we can, between these games, look at the scoreboard one more time and really just take in what just happened, because 80-plus engagements from Pristini. It's got to be some of the most we've seen so far in the CWL Pro League.
Oh, absolutely. And again, from an eUnited kind of side of things, you look at that, and they definitely put up
85. He just went 43 and 42.
Incredible stuff, and ironically as well, I don't think many were from streaks from Pristini. They were, with 42 deaths, you're not going to get those streaks. He was just constant. 100 miles an hour, straight down the throat of the boys in blue, but Envy come out on top, and now the discussions mid-map, mid-series, they start to flow between Envy.
Yeah,
I think they'll be happy with a certain portion of that map, but they let it slip towards Craner's statue. That was a very, very strong play by eUnited.
And remember, this is big for Envy because they're now sitting atop at first, alongside Luminosity at both being 4-0. Envy win the series. That puts them at 5-0. They're looking great, too. Or, sorry, LG, well, LG just played, but either way, they're still looking great, matching the series at Envy, kind of going toe-to-toe with the number 1 team so far in Division B at Luminosity.
And also, you look on the side of eUnited and how important today is for them. Starting off with a loss against Envy would be crushing for them.
Yeah.
Well, only 1 map into the series. I'm kind of getting excited. Just seeing how this series will go on. Again, judging by map 1, we could be in for a long haul here. 10 just resetting. And again, I will say from the improvement side of things, when I look at Envy, Temp and Huke, mainly Huke actually, has been consistently much better these past couple of weeks than the first few months. And I think he said, if I'm not mistaken, after one of the events, whether it be Dallas or New Orleans, he was just really not happy with how he played. He was really disappointed.
Yeah.
He felt like he didn't live up to the kind of hype of Huke returning to Call of Duty, but now I think he's definitely one to watch.
I mean, I think that's more than fair to say, too. He played below the standards people were expecting him to when he came back. He was if you remember back in AW, he was a top 5 player, many people regard him as. He went to like 6 grand finals across the year, but never could win it. Still looking for that big major championship in competitive Call of Duty. 250 to 211 there on London Docks for Envy. It was moved back to London Docks again in Search and Destroy. We saw Envy earlier on today look fantastic in Search and Destroy, but then again, that was up against Epsilon, who had their fair share of struggles on Ardennes Forest S&D. That will be our Game 5 if we go all the way there. But coming into this next one, who are you looking out for on eUnited to really take control? Who goes big in this London Docks S&D?
I'm looking at Arsenex. He's always been a very kind of standout player when it comes to this game mode. And I'm interested to see what he can do, whether he can kind of get hyped. I miss the days of Arsenex getting hyped. When he used to stand up and like scream, and he was just like, okay, that is actually quite scary. And Clay used to feed him. He was like, okay, come on. And it was like this combo that just worked so beautifully. And I miss that. And yes, we're in a different environment. This is Pro League. This is not, your open events. But I want to see Arcees, get that confidence back. Look like he's enjoying what he's doing as well.
Yeah, I completely agree. I'm actually, it's funny to bring that up because we haven't seen that a lot from him as of late. Let's go into game 2. Envy versus eUnited. Pristini, already armored, energetic. That just means he is about to sprint.
Looks like he's got the stun in his hand as well as one of his teammates as well. But this is going straight down towards A. There's going to be one player. It's going to be Hugh, who you've got to watch out for here. And oh my goodness, classic. PPSH as well. You talk about fast, that airborne, of course, get him straight into position. Silly is going to take him down. And now in 3v3, 1 minute on the clock. Hugh just going to have to back off for a second. And you can see no one really wanting to make that first move. Clay's actually rocking the sniper. And he's actually going to have to get inside as well and maybe help out his team. And may not be the best weapon of choice here.
He's just trying to see if he...
I need to say 2 things that won't make sense to you. First, something went wrong. And 2, we just lost the Earth. Oh my God. You're not losing your mind, I promise.
Jump off the map. Slow start to this one for Envy, just kind of like what we see from Unilat a lot of the times, is he'll have to wait things on out, playing this streak. There's the knife onto Clayster, but no time for the defuse.
Yeah, and with a couple of seconds left, he's just looking to stay alive, get those streaks together.
Sorry, I'm trying to cast right now, but I'm distracted by Scraps and Wuskin. I think they're about to lose 3 out of phase up next for us to keep us on schedule today.
Scraps making sure he answers back to Courage. Don't know if you guys can hear him, but he's making sure he wants Courage to cast that one. eUnited and Envy, though, on your screens. 1-0 to eUnited. And a very important round. Get the momentum. Courage is back.
I'm mid-casting, and they're coming to tell me that it's not on one of the screens in the venue where they want to watch. Like what am I supposed to do? I'm casting the match right now. That's why they're back here. I need event security to get them. Seriously. Back to this game. Slasher and Hook up against Pristini. Pristini tries to sneak up, and is quickly eliminated to tie up this game 1-1.
You're going to see Slasher with that bronze star. I think Jack's still recovering from it. Just the audacity of what...
They just walked almost right in front of the screen, and we're like, it's not on over here. Please come help us. What do you want me to do? Put down my headset and go and leave Momo by himself?
I mean, I wouldn't be against that.
Hey.
I'm kidding, Jack. Don't leave me. Never leave me. 1-1, though, in the map itself. A much-needed map for United to get things kicked off. If you are just joining us... Okay, Clayster picking Hugh off. As I was saying, if you just joined us, the hard point close, but Envy managed to take that. RCT's big plays with that FG, and now Temp looking for that flank, but the numbers favouring eUnited once again. Oh, I don't think he's even checked it, but I think Clayster's maybe heard a couple of footsteps. Temp gets the better of him, but the time against him, he's going to have to start making moves. He needs to do it right now.
Yeah, that time ticks down so fast. I will commend eUnited so far on their ability to kind of execute onto a site and do it quick in these rounds. Love to see it. I think a lot of it comes down to kind of use of armor to making sure no stuns affect them. You'd expect Slasher, no matter what happens here, to play for these streaks. Pristini tries to dive away, but can't get away in time. 11 seconds left. Oh my goodness, Envy will do it. As they just clutch a 2 versus 3 Slasher, 7-0 off the break, and you see the smiles there from Hook.
Yeah.
They've got a lot of reason why. I thought that was one where they were just going to slow play it, let the time tick down, but both players come soaring in. The bomb not planted on the side where the 2 players are, and because of that, they've got to kind of fly into the site and check it. It doesn't work out.
Yeah, and that's a kick in the teeth for eUnited as well. You know, you've got things going, you're getting bombs down, and then suddenly Slasher 7-0.
Wow.
nearly fully streaked out. And all he has to do, maybe pick up another couple of kills. Grenade going out for... Okay. Pristini taken down, and it is Slasher once again. 1 kill. Will be the full streaks. Temp's already going to call him out, and it looks like Classic going to go and clean up. Straight down that mid street. RC's onto Temp. Slasher's still alive. Could he have the streaks this round? That's the question for me. Can Envy not only win this round, get fully streaked out? You'd almost nearly give them that if they do.
Look at Slasher. He knows that Clayster's trying to peek and go for the kill here. 45 seconds left. Have they gotten vision of him top middle? It doesn't appear so. This could be perfect for Clayster. Yes, Slasher has no idea. Taking forever to plant this bomb is Envy, and they've given enough time for Clayster and Arsenis to make this a 2-on-2.
Yeah, and eUnited can bounce back straight away with a round that maybe they shouldn't win, and they can clutch up, but it's going to leave RTs left in a 1v2, and judging by Classic and Huge's position, they should have this one in the bag.
Look at that shoulder peek. Has no intentions of shooting back. All he's doing is just getting information, and this time, look where this bomb is planted. It's planted for the Envy players, and because of it, they don't have to charge into the FG.
He's struggling here.
No chance.
Just really... Look, what do you do?
Look, was that not the same exact scenario almost in the last round? Except because eUnited planted it on the correct side, they're rewarded by not having to fly into the pre-aimed FG-42. What I do want to say, though, Momo, is regardless of anything, right now, with Slasher currently, I think, 8-1 in this game, it doesn't matter if you're an Envy fan or whatever fan of any team you are, Optic, FaZe, European Call of Duty fan, Mind Freak fan, you have to commend Slasher for the numbers and performances he's consistently putting up. Right now, there are few players doing it in competitive Call of Duty.
Couldn't agree more. Slasher definitely up there with the best assault rifles in the world. We're kicking things off. Round number 5, we're going to get first blood to Temp, second blood to Slasher. And again, eUnited now left in a 2v4. Talking a 2v4, that is what is Clayster rocking right now. He's got the bomb and he's got his 3rd kill of the map, but it's going to be denied instantly again by Slasher. He's got more kills than his whole team combined, and he's actually got as many kills as the whole eUnited team combined.
Wow. Envy have looked exceptional in Search and Destroy so far today, and they're slowly but surely inching towards being up 2-0 in our best of 5. There's the final kill from Slasher. Arsenis does not stand a chance when he's got that cover there, as he's just taking command of his troops. Look at Slasher every round getting vocal. eUnited haven't heard any energy from them so far in this series.
The only time was like a minute into the hard, in one of the hard point. eUnited starts to get hyped, but it's just shut down so easily. You can't be hyped. You can't be kind of all up in the face when you're getting shut down. Slasher, he's going to be taken down instantly, so it may give eUnited a little bit more of a chance. A must-win round here for eUnited. You cannot go down 5-1.
Here's a bigger thing. They've already rotated, and they've got everybody here. The question is, can Envy either get away from this site, develop on the map somewhere else? It looks like they will slowly... I love this. I love this from Envious. Spread the map thin again. We've always said, and what Revan has told me from day one is, when you get a kill on offense and make it a 3-on-3, or you begin to slim out the defense, they obviously can't watch every lane as much as possible. Look, here they're forced to give up B because Envy right now have it in a 3v3. Getting a kill and making it a 3v3 or a 2v2 will always favor the offense.
35 seconds left. Bomb in the hands of Hugh. He's already got himself 2 kills.
Nice for Clayster. They're on B. They're on B. He expected that nade to have weakened him. Bomb being planted. Book's trying to stay alive. He steps up right into the bullets again. Classic makes it a 2-on-2. Will he get sprayed through the wall? No, he does not.
Now the question is, I was just looking at number 6. Can he back off to those stairs? That's where you want to be. Get that tight angle. And Temp now really is the difference maker here. Because if Temp picks up a kill, it's almost in the bag. And look at this.
Got to run.
And he will run, but Temp does go down, and now they know exactly where Classic is.
Yep.
What does Classic do? Hold his nerve, push forward. This kill's important. Oh, and that's going to go in favour of Silly. That a fuse will come in, and the must-need win for eUnited.
That round stands entirely on Temp living or dying, right?
Oh yeah.
Once he dies there, you're like, okay, that one's done. Unless eUnited throw this one away, they should win it. And a round like that, all right, there you go. They're slowly coming back into this one. Now down just 4-2. They will go back on offense as they try to keep this game close.
Envy trying to make it 2-0, go into that CTF with all the momentum. We've already seen 2-3 nils, 3-0s today. This is fast, this is aggressive here for United. The bomb is in the hands of Silly, currently sitting 5-5, but Prestini wiped out by the grenade of Hugh. And look at this, Temp and Slasher, they're hitting right round the back. They've almost gotten used to eUnited just constantly going towards A.
Look at this positioning. They've got him pinned. This type of setup almost reminds me of like Ardennes Forest when you get the offensive team pinned inside Bell. What do they have right now to work with? They are literally stuck on lower docks. They have people inside B or A site. Now it's up to the Envy players to stay alive and then retake together. There's a first blood, but here comes the pinch. Beautifully done.
Fantastic trade there. Temp coming in, and now the two players going from either side. It's going to be GG for Silly. As he finds one, he should be traded out, but he's not here. 25 seconds, and he will finally be taken down. That made me think twice there for a second.
How rare is that? You
Yeah.
know, first blood comes in, and we so expect on London Docks people to just be happy with holding the positions they're in. Envy push on through shows the confidence this team has right now, and their shot calling. eUnited stood no chance when they were stuck in lower docks, and from then on out, it's just easy trades from Envy. They're now one round away from being up 2-0.
And again, Envy looking so strong in Division B. They're trying to, always stay just at the same level as LG. LG just sweeping teams aside. Making it look easy. Slasher definitely slowing down these last couple of rounds. He's still 11-3, bear that in mind.
Yeah, rough game for him. This is without a doubt, just to be completely clear, the best Envy have looked so far in all of Call of Duty World War II since this team's reformed.
Without a shadow of a doubt. Like you said, this... Oh my goodness, Slasher. Go on, one more jump, and he could take him out there.
I'm sure he wishes he had it. Oh my goodness, trying to get these players weak. Not going to happen. Hoop goes soaring forward. That's a free kill for United. But look at this. They're completely distracted. They're going to get the bomb down. Slasher seems to stay alive with these streaks, and they might be able to just use these to win this round. Oh,
you could see almost Slasher was thinking, I know, I'm going to get down to that lower docks here, have the streaks in my back pocket. But look at this, classic.
I don't think it's planted for him, though.
No, I don't think he's in a great...
Oh, okay.
1v4. 1. Now, surely someone just jumps on it for United. They watch... Oh, that grenade is for the black diffuser. Prestini is going to be the one to clean up. And the 5-2 becomes 5-3, and you start to look at each other and maybe question, can eUnited really go to round 11, maybe steal this search and destroy away?
I would think there was a little bit more of a chance if there wasn't streaks from Envy. But now you're at a point where you can kind of play favoring a hold on A and then streak out the B bomb.
Yeah.
They will still send 2 here. And Prestini's already in middle back. I love this from eUnited. Finally, some aggression. Fighting fire with fire. The stun. No kill.
Of course, it's Slasher who manages to evade the stun. Well, he doesn't evade it. He gets stunned, still makes the kill. Classic there, just destroying Silly.
What just happened?
My goodness. And again, we're not going to see the streaks. Not in this round anyway, and potentially the last round. Placer reveals his location. Does have that grenade still.
It's the best thing you can do. Back on up, reset the map, give yourself a chance to reposition. Hope to force one player from Envy to fight a 1v1.
Should find the first. Oh, and he was waiting for the second, and there we go, Clay.
No, that's... Oh, don't play the music. Shut the music up!
I was like...
That was a clutch from Clayster!
That's the Clayster theme music now, okay? I like the way that he waited on the first kill, anticipating the second player to come around the corner.
Perfectly spray transfers to the second.
Yeah.
And that's one of those moments. That's finally where United get loud. That's their chance to come back in this game.
I think Clay drowned out the music there.
Yeah, right?
With the Shadna screaming on the main stage, and that's the hype you want. And now Clay's going for that pre-fight. Not going to find anything.
I think here you just wait out around the streak and see if Slasher can pick something up. Can we go to United and see if they have any mountain on? Everyone rocking it. Smart.
Yeah.
Smart.
I mean, you have to.
Yep. They're expecting Envy at this point to begin to use them to try to open up a site, and that's why they I know earlier they had a couple players without it on. Does he see anyone? He spotted him. No way. That's the one player at B. Sees him without Mountain. Or sees him even with Mountain on. And there you go. 4 versus 3. They've got the B side controlled. They're waiting out these nades. Fighter pilot now used to spraying in middle map. Gets a hit marker. There's another kill. Even with Mountain, Slasher doesn't care.
Hugh aggressive there onto Clayster. We'll find him. And this is the kill. The all-important kill. Temp makes this, and it should be in the bag here. And you can see him just waiting. Anticipating the push round, and there we go. Silly comes out and Slasher does trade it out. It's all up to Clay. He's going to be taken down, and Envious will find